Welcome to Oracle Database at Azure MVP Spotlight Series, wherein we sit with some of the brightest minds in the community to understand, what motivated them to give back to the community. We understand their journey. This session is supposed to go beyond the technical dives to really know the person behind the badge. And today we have with us Sai, who is our first MVP for Oracle Database at Azure worldwide. It's our pleasure to have Sai here. So welcome. Thank you for making time today, Sai.
Thank you so much, Gauri.
To get us started, why don't you talk about who you are, what you do, and then subsequently, what motivated you to be an MVP for Oracle Database at Azure?
Sure. So yeah, first of all, thanks, Gauri, for inviting me to this really good studio here in Microsoft campus. So my name is Sai, and these days I think everybody talks about AI, and I also upgraded myself like a super AI. So Sai is a short. Again, apart from titles, right? I basically grew through the community, right? When I started as a database administrator, we have to go through a lot of challenges, lot of problems to fix. And most of the time, I fix the problems, by looking at somebody's blog. I never met that person. Maybe the person is sitting, somewhere, other corner of the world. So that really, that experience gave me a lot of changes in my life. So that way, I think I started, instead of learning, also started sharing the knowledge. Right, so that way I started, and that sharing the knowledge became a habit, and that the habit became more impact because I also run Oracle Users Group in India. It's called All India Oracle Users Group. You can see, luckily it is like AIOUG. Now we also say it's Artificial Intelligence Oracle Users Group. But yeah, coming back to this, so I also work in a company, and also similar to MVP, we also have Oracle ACE program in Oracle. It's called Oracle ACE program. I'm in the top tier, which is Oracle ACE Director. And, again, a lot of things, but coming back to the, your question, I just want to summarize. Instead of me learning, I started sharing the knowledge with others. So that's what motivated me. And thanks to Kalyan for nominating me for this MVP program. And I feel like very privileged. I'm the first MVP into Azure solutions and ecosystem, and especially on Oracle Database at Azure. I feel more responsible to bring more MVPs into this category.
Absolutely, Sai. And I think, as you touched on, right, communities is a powerful place. It's not only a channel to give back, but also a great place for us to learn from anyone sitting across the world. So thank you for doing that. You touched on a little bit, but would you expand on what kind of contributions normally you make? What kind of contributions were useful for you to become an MVP for Oracle Database at Azure?
Yeah, I think there are many ways to contribute to the community. So again, every MVP is different. So mine is again, as I said. So initial days I used to do blogging, but these days since I run Oracle Users Group, or now Multicloud Users Group, most of my contributions are in presenting in conferences. So that is one of the contributions. I want to really give this, especially coming back to our topic, Oracle Database at Azure. What is this topic? How we are helping customers in this category and solving, basically answering all the challenging questions in the community. So that is one of the contributions. And also, as I said, I grew up in the community, so I really host a lot of events in India. And bring minds from not only from Oracle, from Microsoft and other hyperscalers to basically support the Indian community. Great. Right. So that is one of my highest contributions, and also writing some, again, these days blogs are gone. I think from my view, I normally do a lot of LinkedIn posts so that
Okay.
all my community can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because people have different superpowers. Some people love to be on videos, create, video content. Some people love to, blog or
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
We also have, tech community for Oracle database at Azure. We have YouTube channels. So, there are channels available for you going forward as well to contribute if you want to. Taking a one step back, was becoming an MVP kind of like a deliberate goal, or it happened organically because of your contributions to the community, your Oracle and Azure expertise? So would you touch a little bit on that?
Yeah, I think one of the people normally think, okay, there is MVP program, I need to apply for this. So what is required? I think MVP is not a race. So MVP, I think these titles are the secondary thing. I think important thing is the contributing to the community is the important thing.
Absolutely.
Right? And you will be definitely recognized at one stage. And yes, with this title, of course, I have other benefits like talking to product managers, and I'll basically come to know like what's coming in next 6 months. So there are a lot of plenty of advantages, but don't race for the title. Right.
Absolutely.
And it's important to that you start contributing in different channels like blogs, writing books, or maybe a video, or presenting in a conferences. So many ways you can contribute, and definitely you'll be recognized. But don't race. So it should come organically, right? And again, since we are the first MVPs in this category, please reach out to us in LinkedIn, get some mentorship. We are happy to guide you in terms of for example, where you need to contribute,
Absolutely.
where you need to focus. Yeah,
we are more than happy. Even from product group, you can reach out to me as well, Sai, and I'll be happy to guide any aspiring MVPs on how they could contribute to this area. From your point of view, right? Being a Microsoft MVP comes with its own benefits. It's a badge of honor more than anything. Did it help you professionally? Would you share an example where it helped you professionally, as well as you could use that in your customer conversations? Any insights on how it helped you professionally would be great.
Yeah, exactly. So I think definitely it will help. Also, it is going to help in my career until unless I keep this MVP title. So one thing is, whenever you go for a customer conversation, when you go with MVP tag, so you have a different respect. And not only that, right? So we are like more of a customer advocacy team. Like we are not really a part of Microsoft sales team or a marketing team. So we basically, give us a honest feedback on the product. Okay, is this really help to fix your problem, or we are doing a SIM sale? So we are actually bridging between the customers and the community, and also the product teams, right? So this is a great honor, especially for professionally. It is helping me because I basically know like what's coming, right? So that way I can see that customer, please hold on for 3 months. We are going to fix that problem through Microsoft, right? So you get a lot of NDA content, so exactly, and also it helped my professional career because I'm basically connected to the product managers on daily basis if required. It's like a team. Before, I don't have access to product teams, right?
Yeah.
So without MVP title, I don't think I can find you or Kalyan or somebody. Sometimes they may not respond. So now with MVP title, I have authority to come to you guys and get some. So it's definitely, yes, helping my professional, also my community, right? So I know exactly how to support community, bringing the right speakers, also right content, right? Also make more MVPs from my community. So it's also helping my community also, yes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely having direct access to engineering, and it's a tag teamwork, right? For us, you are the voice of our product with our customers, because the product group couldn't be everywhere. So we have some trusted advisors like you in the community who would go and talk to the customers with the same confidence about the product that we have. So yeah, absolutely, it's a both-way street, Sai.
Yeah, And also sometimes, we with one of the customer is asking that some missing feature, so we can actually influence your product roadmap and all.
Great. That's a great
so that
point.
also we can help as MVP.
And as you could clearly see, after you became an MVP, we have been in touch with you for any preview features that we would want to roll out, because you guys are the ones who have access under NDA. So any private preview features, which are not even in private preview, but you could test those out for us. So definitely a lot of benefits. And as you said, when you go to any customer with an MVP badge, that has its own credibility.
Correct.
So they would know that you have the required expertise, so that they can trust you for making the right business decisions for their organizations.
And one advantage for us, especially for me, it's like I basically carry both the badges. One is Oracle Ace Director, one is MVP. So I feel like I'm in a very privileged situation, or in a position where I can basically solve both the sides. And again, honestly, I'm learning more on Microsoft now, because
Absolutely.
Microsoft have so many AI features.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue to what I was going to go next. Oracle Database at Azure, as you know, it's one of its kind, first largest multi-cloud offering,
Yeah.
wherein to become an MVP here, you really need to not only have the knowledge but required expertise on both the clouds.
Correct.
How did you strike that balance, right? You were an ACE director for a long time. How did you get yourself on Azure after this offering was announced? How did you think that, let me now, multi-cloud is the future, let me see how I could go on Azure to make contributions? So talk about a little bit about
I think again, you are correct, right? So I think initially all my career is heavily focused on Oracle Cloud. And I think we are all pushing, like, customer, you have to move all the workloads to Oracle Cloud. But that is not working, because customers are looking for best of breed services from, Oracle or Azure. So one thing, what I realized, when multi-cloud was introduced, the customers started using a single cloud, and then there's another cloud came, and there's, okay, for a backup we will use another cloud. Then there's a third cloud came, and they say, okay, for a strategy we'll use. So they're trying to use multiple clouds and trying to integrate with these multiple clouds. And there's a lot of integrations, performance challenges. What we are talking is Oracle Database at Azure, which is putting Exadata mission inside Azure data centers. So this is an entirely different architecture. Coming back to your point, so we have seen customers are looking for, again, this is not this is not a new innovation, right? So if you look at any on-prem customers, they use Microsoft, they use Linux, they use .NET, they use Java. So it's multiple technologies, they're already using it. Now you are trying to push a customer to one cloud where they don't see all these technologies. That's the whole challenge. Now with this model, now for example, Oracle Database at Azure, now I can move Oracle Database to Azure. The way I run it on OCI, it is exactly the same one. I don't see any difference in terms of commercially or technically. And now you're using Azure services, also the Oracle database from the OCI, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what customers are basically, we are trying to restrict initially to move everything into one cloud, and it is not solving the problem. So that's why the whole thing started. I feel sometimes I'm like normally we say like a career counselors. I'm like a multi-cloud counselor to my customers. Okay, you have to look at this. I have done a lot of assessment for customers, like in terms of cost, in terms of performance. If you move to this model, what is your cost? Can you save some TCO? Or if you move to this, if you just keep it like this, what is the cost? So I was able to convince with all this knowledge and also access to this product teams. And the privilege I have is like, for example, if I'm missing some knowledge, I can just ping them, in Teams or Slack in Oracle, and just get things very quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for the DBAs, for any IT ops, they are still doing the way they used to work
Correct,
previously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the businesses are able to modernize by moving to Azure,
Correct.
making sure they could integrate with all native Azure services, taking the benefits of all AI stack that Azure could offer, modernize their Oracle apps on Azure. So yeah, definitely. I mean, we are very excited as a product group for what's coming next with the AI scenarios that we are working on. Lot of people, I'm pretty sure, because we launched the MVP program only a few months ago, and we have handful so far. A lot of people, aspiring MVPs would have questions in their mind. What would you suggest to them? What would be your advice to them on where to start, how to get into this program? And as a fact, I know being an MVP is a huge responsibility, because you are not only giving back to the community, but you are shaping the future of the product along with the product team. What would be your advice for those aspiring MVPs?
Yeah, I think a couple of angles to it, right? So I think, as you know, even your Kalyan or your product team found me in an Oracle space. I think especially if you are working in Oracle database and if your customers are using Azure, I think that's the best way to start. And one thing is, again, the fundamentals. Don't race for MVP title, but start contributing to the community, start contributing to the Microsoft product teams. Many ways you need to start contributing. Definitely you'll get this. Again, we are here to support in terms of any questions or clarifications. We are here. But coming back to your professional, if you are working in Oracle database and if customers are using Azure as a cloud strategy, that is the best place to start, right? Because you are solving customer challenges with Microsoft Azure as well as Oracle, solving the customer problems, right? It's, again, there are a lot of things coming days, because initially we were all busy with migrating Oracle databases to Azure. For me, it's not a rocket science because it's an Oracle to Oracle. I think the important bit is now Oracle database is actually sitting next to Azure services. So what are the Azure services we can use on top of Oracle and solve the customer problems? So there is a plenty of opportunities. If you are in that area, I think you are really good fit for MVP title. And also remember, community contributions are more important than your professional service to the customer, right? You can do both, but you have to contribute to the community. So that's very, very important.
Absolutely, that's a great piece of advice. And what keeps you motivated to keep contributing? Not only in this Oracle database at Azure, but in general. I know you're very passionate about the community work that you do. What keeps you motivated, Sai, to keep doing this work with the community? And
I've been doing for, I think we were counting with the Bejo, it's like almost 19 years. I'm actually running a community called All India Oracle Users Group in India. I think, again, going back to my fundamentals, right? Instead of learning or getting someone is really helping me sitting in somewhere in the world. So that really changed me. Instead of, I started learning by sharing, right? I think sharing is so important, so that you are basically helping somebody, if they are having some challenges, you are maybe just, they go through your blog or LinkedIn article and fixing their problems, right? So coming back to this community, so I started with other people like in 2007, and I really love, I think even I'm inviting you to come to my event and you will see the energy. Yeah. And again, many people have, oh no, I can learn everything from YouTube, honestly I don't need it. But you come and see the personal physical events, like you are talking to people, we have selfies, we are hugging each other, like a lot of things. In a fun way we are learning. And also I bring a lot of bright speakers to my community, and also they are learning, because when attendees are asking so many questions, yeah, and they go back to their product, say, oh my God, this is absolutely missing, we have to develop this product. So For me, I think it's a passion. Because I grew up in this community, because I got a lot of advantages from the community. Now I feel that I'm giving back to the community. So that is definitely in my blood. So I'm not really looking for titles or something, but of course the title gives a lot of value. But this is there for last 19 years.
It's a byproduct. It's byproduct of what good work you are doing to give back to the community. Just having some mentees for yourself, because based on the experience that you have, if you have some mentees that you're working with, you have you're passionate about what's coming with each product, so you are exploring new features, you are writing about them, making blogs. So yeah, I understand, Sai, and definitely again congratulations for being the first MVP. To wrap up this session, let's do a quick 3-question rapid fire.
Sure.
You don't have much time to think about the answers.
No.
So the first one, what's the most powerful thing about this offering, Oracle Database at Azure?
Yeah, honestly, many customers are looking for this so many years. Most of the transformations are stuck because this product is not there. And now I think go ahead and convince your customers using Oracle Database at Azure, which you can fix a lot of things. And I think everybody's talking about AI, and a lot of AI services in Azure. Just start using it.
You get best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. With this, best of both worlds. Yeah.
Any interesting customer scenario that you came across?
Yeah, we have a customer. They actually hosted in multiple. Again, multi-cloud have a different meaning. So they basically hosted on OCI and Azure. They have some interconnection, and they have a lot of latency challenges. So now with this model, actually we moved to inside Azure.
Low latency.
Low latency, and the performance issues are solved. Yeah.
And what is still a bit of pain point with this offering for the customers?
Yeah, I think some people look at, this is a multi-cloud, they're saying, oh, it's a new cloud, I need to go through this, chief customer officer approvals and a lot of other things. But I think it's initial, I think, I'll tell you, like next couple of years, multi-cloud is going to be a mandatory. It's not anymore optional. So the things are changing now, but people are not getting, but yeah, a lot of customers are already using, 100+ customers are using it, but I think we love to see more customers who are using this model. I think there is still, they think a multi-cloud, okay, I don't want, because I'm already using Azure, I don't want to sign up for Oracle. And no, it's not, it's actually single cloud, because you are basically bringing Exadata services inside Azure.
Absolutely, we want to provide as much uniform experience to our customers, not switching between the clouds just because it is multi-cloud. Yeah. So thank you for being here today, Sai, and our guest. Honor talking to you. And for everyone, the product is evolving at a rapid speed, and we would love to hear from you all. Things that we could work on, any stories interesting stories you would want to share with us. And have a watch on what's next for Oracle Database at Azure. Thank you.
Yeah, just follow us in social media. If you want support from my side, I'm very easy to reach out to me in LinkedIn, and love to see more MVPs next year.
Yes,
not only two, next year we want to see really like 20+ people celebrating here, and we have a good host here.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.